So today is a beautiful, beautiful day, and I decided to break up the monotony a little bit. I hope that y'all could hear me because it's a beautiful day, but it's a windy day, so the wind is blowing. But I want to talk about judging a book by its cover and preconceived notions. So, you never know what a person has been through based on their appearance, okay? Would you believe me if I told you that 5 years ago I lost my mind? I mean, literally. I know some people say that jokingly, but I really did lose my mind 5 years ago. And the beauty of it all is that everybody had counted me out. My friends and my family, when I was going through what I was going through spiritual warfare, for those of you who don't know my story. And I was going through a lot of spiritual warfare. I mean, some serious strongholds, demonic attacks of the devil. It was like I was in a fantasy land almost. I was in a state of psychosis. Okay, and all of this stemmed from childhood trauma. Hurt and depression, pain, things that I had never healed from over my life. I had depression from the age of 12 years old all the way to 33. So one thing that I don't like about people that make predetermined judgments about a person before getting to know someone based off their appearance, I can't stand it, because you never know what a person has been through just by looking at them. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of times when I go places, especially in the workplace, when you work around a lot of women and stuff, a lot of times people have a preconceived notion of me, and they preform an opinion off of me based off the way that I look and based off the way that I carry myself. You can even have fake friends who will be low-key jealous of you, and you may not have anything more than them of any value, but a person can be jealous of you just because off of the way that you look, your outer appearance. They could be jealous of your self-confidence. They could be jealous of the way that you carry yourself. They could be jealous of anything. They could be jealous of your personality. People can be jealous of anything. But me, I'm the type of person where I never form an opinion off of someone based on someone else's opinion. I'm a free thinker. I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. And people always tend to, not like me because I'm the type of female that I don't need a crowd. I would rather have a few real friends than a bunch of fake friends. And so I stand alone. And because of that, a lot of times people don't like me because they see how I dress, they see how I carry myself, they see that I'm not messy, I don't like to, I don't gossip, I stay to myself, I observe. And, and a lot of times people will form an opinion of you based on the way that you look. So before you judge someone, or before you judge a book by its cover, make sure that you get to know that person first, because you don't know what that person has been through in their life. That's why I can't stand when people prejudge me because of the way I look or because of the way I carry myself, and they don't even know me. Like, get to know me first and then form your opinion. And also, don't listen to what someone has told you about me, or don't go off of what you think that you know about me, because you don't know me. You don't know my story unless I tell you my story. Okay? So let's not be judgmental of people, okay, until people show us their true colors. Okay? It's not cool. But I know I got off track, but what I was saying was I literally lost my mind 5 years ago. You would not believe. And my family, my friends, they were there for me. They were very supportive of me. But they had never seen anything like what I was dealing with. It was a spiritual battle. But see, the devil thought that he had me. The devil thought that he had me. He had attacked my mind. And he thought that he had me. And the devil counted me out. And my friends, a lot of my family, they counted me out. A lot of them didn't know what to think. They had never seen anything like, the way that I was acting. And some of them were scared. They didn't really know what to do. And that's why it's so important that we be mindful of spiritual things. You see, we are spirits. Humans, we are spirits. And we have a soul and we live in a body, but we are spirits. And this battle that we are fighting is not a fleshly battle, it's a spiritual battle. Okay? This is a physical realm that we live in, but we fight a spiritual battle. That's why the Bible talks about in the book of Ephesians how we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against spiritual wickedness in high places, rulers of darkness. So oftentimes it's not the person that you're fighting, okay? It's the demons within them. It's the unclean spirits within that person. The spirits that's operating through that person, because Satan uses people, and it's the spirits within that person, those demons that need to be casted out of a person. And people think it's a game, but it's really not. It's really not a game. But I could go on and on about that, but I don't want to make this video too long. But anyway, lost my mind. Satan thought he had me, but the Most High said not so. He said not so. So before you make an uninformed opinion on someone based on their looks or the way that they carry themselves, make sure that you give that person a chance. Make sure that you're not prejudging them based off of assumptions and based off your preconceived notions, because a lot of people are they are projecting their perception of you onto you based off of your low self-esteem or based off of whatever insecurities that they have about themselves. So let's not do that. Be kind to people. You never know what a person's been through. You never know what they're going through. So, who would believe that I lost my mind 5 years ago? But I am a walking testimony and a walking miracle and proof that God is a deliverer and that He's a healer and that He's a mind restorer. Okay? He restored my mind because the devil counted me out. But God said not so. Yahuwah said that's my child and not so. And and He proved everybody wrong. So don't judge a book by its cover.